Oh, hi, guys. Um,
Nice.
welcome to another episode of Formula Random. This is going to be a really interesting match because it's the first time we're focusing on something which is so little of base, which is why when this was brought up, I decided, well, I'm going to pair it to the Disastrous because that way I've got two movies I can sort of draw questions from and make it balanced. But yeah, as you can see from the title, we're doing The Room. I don't know, do not know why they wanted a match on this, but well, Max was the one that suggested it. I was surprised that people said, "Oh yeah, I'll do it." So it's going to be interesting. My response to that was just, "You're tearing me apart." So, but without any further ado, I'm going to let's introduce the competitors. We've got they're both newcomers. This is their first Formula Random match. But we've got Ethan. Ethan, how's it going?
It's going great. I never thought my love for this terrible movie would come into play in my life, but apparently it has, and I hope I can make Tommy proud.
And also here, he talks about the rooms really so much that I'm starting to believe it's his favorite movie of all time. But it's Max. Max, how's it going?
I love The Room so bad.
But but yeah, so how the match works is it's a 25-minute main round. After 15 minutes, they'll get a short break, and then so they can recalibrate their thoughts, and then we'll get going to the last 10 minutes, and then after that there will be a 3-minute speed round in which there's win a point, lose a point. There's three repeats and one challenge, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you can get your boards or bit of paper up as soon as you've written the answer down, then we don't have to worry about the 5 counts. So without any further ado, I'm going to throw you the first question and name one of the 2 directors who cameos in the opening minutes of The Disaster Artist. And they've both got their boards up. Ethan, I'll go to you first.
I got both of them. I got J.J. Abrams and Kevin Smith.
That is correct. Max.
J.J. Abrams.
That is both correct. The next question is, what kind of cancer does Lisa's mother definitely have? And Max.
I got the results of the test back. Definitely have breast cancer.
And Ethan.
I just put breast, but it is definitely breast cancer.
Yeah, I mean, I had cancer in the question, so I mean, it's not like people can challenge that.
Right.
Next question is, who plays the actor that plays Chris R in The Disaster Artist? And Ethan.
I got Zac Efron.
That is correct. Max.
Zac Efron.
And both perfect after 3 questions. The next question is, how many roses does the florist have for Johnny? And Max.
A dozen.
And Ethan.
A dozen.
And both correct. The next question is, in The Disaster Artist, what song is Tommy and Greg listening to when they're talking about moving to LA? And Ethan.
Never Gonna Give You Up.
That is correct. Max.
Oh, that's it. I wrote It Takes Two, which is not good.
And Ethan takes the lead. And the
Right.
next question is, what are the framed pictures that you see of throughout the room? And Max.
Spoons.
And Ethan.
No, sorry, I think I
Ethan?
might have frozen. Yep, spoons.
That is correct.
It's hard to not laugh every time I want to answer these questions.
Yeah. The next question is, what is Tommy's inspiration for his "You Are Tearing Me Apart" line? As in, what movie did it come from? And Ethan.
Rebel Without a Cause.
That is correct. And Max.
Rebel Without a Cause.
The next question is, who plays Lisa in The Room? And Max.
Juliette Danielle.
That is correct. Ethan.
Juliette Danielle.
And the next question is, in The Disaster Artist, which actor offers Greg a role on his TV show? And Ethan.
Bryan Cranston.
That is correct. Max.
Bryan Cranston.
The next question is, what does Mark say when Lisa says, I lost him, but I still have you, right?
Can you repeat the question?
I can. What does Mark say when Lisa says, I lost him, but I still have you, right?
Okay.
I had to watch the scene a few times just to make sure I had the wording correct. But Max, what do you have?
I have no idea. I wrote either You Don't Have Me or Get Out of My Life, you bitch.
I mean, that's what he should have said, but Ethan.
I have You Don't Have Me, You Never Had Me.
Yeah, I'll give you that. It was pretty. That's pretty much that. It was have me, you'll never have me. But yeah.
Okay.
And after 10 questions, Ethan is still perfect. But the next question is, in The Disaster Artist, what is the name of Greg's girlfriend? And Max.
Amber.
And Ethan.
Amber.
And both correct. And the next question is, what food item does Lisa and Johnny eat when he gets home after not getting his promotion? And Ethan.
It is a pizza.
That is correct. And Max.
Pizza.
That is correct. And next question is, where does Tommy claim to be from when he is asked about his accent? And Ethan.
It's New Orleans.
That is correct. And Max.
The Big Easy.
And the next question is, what is the name of Claudette's brother that she mentions in the room? And Max.
Got Jerk Harold.
That is correct. And Ethan.
He is indeed that jerk Harold.
And the next question is, Bob Odenkirk plays an acting teacher who teaches Tommy about which famous acting practitioner? I learned a lot about this guy when I studied theatre myself.
Sorry, I lost my window. Can you still see me, or
I can.
Oh,
I
got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ethan, what do you have?
I have Konstantin Stanislavski.
That is correct. And Max.
No idea how to spell his name, but it's Konstantin Stanislavski.
That is both correct.
Awesome.
I mean, I've seen it spelled many different ways anyway, so I don't know if there's a proper way. But next question is, in the room, what two characters do we see making love in Lisa's living room before Lisa and Claudette walk in on them?
Wait, what two characters you said?
What two characters? And Max.
Michelle and Mike. Yep.
That is correct. And Ethan.
Michelle and Mike.
That is both correct. The next question is, when Tommy bothers the producer at the restaurant, what famous Shakespeare monologue does Tommy recite?
So you want like the play that it's from, or like the actual monologue?
Well, the play that it's from, or the actual monologue, either or.
Okay.
And Ethan.
I have Hamlet.
That is correct. And Max.
I'm an illiterate, uncultured guy. I just knew the quote, "To be or not to be." That is the question.
That is still correct. But the next question is, we see two different types of sports balls throughout the room. What are they?
Wait, can you repeat the question?
Yeah. We see two different types of sports balls throughout the room. What are they?
That might be my favorite question so far.
And Max.
Footballs.
Football is one of them. And Ethan.
I have a basketball and football.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I believe the basketball you only see in one scene, which does make it quite a bit tricky, but yeah.
Denny.
But the next question is, who composed the score for The Disaster Artist? And Max.
No idea. I wrote John Williams.
Incorrect. Ethan.
I also had no idea. I wrote Clint Mansell.
Also incorrect. The answer was Dave Porter. And the Russian has been cut. But the next question is, how does Johnny record everything? And Ethan.
So I wrote, he hooks up a tape recorder to the house phone.
Yeah, they'll give you that. Max.
Well, I just wrote with a tape recorder.
Yeah, I'll give you that as well. I mean, it's it's still not incorrect, sir.
Right.
But the next question is, which MCU actor plays one of the employees at Burns and Sawyer? And Max.
Hannibal Buress.
Correct. And Ethan.
Hannibal Buress.
But the next question is, what color is Lisa's dress that Johnny masturbates to in his death scene? Yeah, I had a lot of fun writing these questions.
I bet you did.
And Ethan.
Yeah, it is a red dress, a sexy red dress.
That is correct. And Max.
Red.
That is also
Ah,
correct.
nice.
The next question is, what is the name of the character played by Tommy Wiseau in the post-credits scene of The Disaster Artist? And Ethan.
I don't have it. I got nothing.
And Max.
Henry.
That is correct.
Right.
But the next question is, in the room, who says, you guys proved my point, you're both red?
Can I get a repeat on that one?
Yep. Who says in the room, you guys proved my point, you're both red?
Sorry, what was the last word you said?
Red, as in strange. Red.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Max.
Peter.
That is correct. And Ethan.
I had Denny.
But we're going to go into a short break for a little bit. But to recap the scores, what we've got is we've got Ethan in the lead with 21 points, only missing 3 questions. And we have got Max pulling up some ground on 20 points. So it is really close. But just recalibrate the time to 10. And go into the next question. And who says this quote in The Disaster Artist? Wow, that approved. That's shocking.
Can you repeat the quote?
Yep. Wow, that approved? That's shocking.
Which character or which actor?
Which character or actor? I'll accept either or. And Max.
Seth Rogen.
That is correct. And Ethan.
Seth Rogen.
But the next question is, Josh Hutcherson plays the actor that played Denny in The Disaster Artist. What is that actor's name? And Ethan, what do you have?
Couldn't pull it.
And Max.
Philip Haldiman.
That is correct, making it a tie game.
Yeah.
But the next question is, how many takes did it take Tommy to record the iconic "I did not hit her" line before Greg got the idea to give Tommy the bottle? And Ethan.
67.
That is correct. And Max.
I'm way off. 200. I had no idea.
An interesting fact, in the book of the Disaster Artist, Greg actually said it was 32, so they took it up a lot of the
Oh,
movie.
wow. Yeah, a lot.
But complete this quote from The Room. I used to know a girl, she had a dozen guys. One of them found out about it, beat her up so bad, she ended up at a hospital on blank. And Max.
Guerrero Street.
That is correct. And Ethan.
Guerrero Street.
Ha ha ha. What a story, Mark.
But the next question is, what is the name of the room? What is the name of the person that Tommy hired to film the documentary about the making of The Room? And Ethan.
Is it Gus?
That is not Gus, but Max.
I had no idea I wrote Dennis.
That is also incorrect. It was Marcus.
Mark? Oh.
But the next question is, when Johnny is on his rampage after finding out about Lisa and Mark, what does he throw out the window? And Ethan.
There's a TV.
That is correct. And Max.
A television.
Both correct. And I'm glad I didn't read the question the way I wrote it down, because I actually wrote it down, what does he throw out the TV?
Nice.
But finish this line said by Tommy in The Disaster Artist. This is a real movie set here. No blank, and it's 3 words. And Ethan.
I don't have it.
And Max.
No Mickey Mouse stuff.
That is correct. The next question is, what is Johnny's day job, which is mentioned a few times throughout the movie? And Max.
I mean, it really isn't specified, but I know he works at a bank.
That is correct. And Ethan.
Yeah, I said banker.
Yeah. But the next question is, in the acting class scene in The Disaster Artist, what famous play does Tommy recite a monologue from? And Max.
The Streetcar Named Desire.
That is correct. And Ethan.
Streetcar Named Desire.
That is correct. And the next question is, when the guys are playing football in their tuxedos, which character trips and falls and is never seen again?
Falls right out of that movie.
And Max.
Best boy Peter.
That is correct. And Ethan.
Yeah, Peter.
And this is going to make things really interesting, because the last question that I've got, because I only got 35 questions. Why does Tommy think that he needs to show his ass? And Max.
I have no idea. It's a great moment for the screen.
That is incorrect. And Ethan.
I believe he says to sell the movie.
That is correct. Which means, and your winner is Ethan Bueller.
Woo!
But Ethan, how do you feel about how the match went?
I feel great. That was really fun. And Max is a great opponent in this, and he clearly knows his stuff. And I just, I love this movie, and I had fun playing.
And Max, how do you feel about how the match went?
Well, losing this match has completely tore me apart.
Very good.
But yeah, Ethan, is there any other sort of random matches that you'd like to compete in? I think I've got you down for a few other ones, but is there any other ones you want to sort of throw out there?
Yeah, so I know you have me down for Bill and Ted, which I'm super excited for. And then in the future, I would love it if I could play in like a Farscape match. I don't know if there's enough Farscape fans out there, but I'd be a huge fan of that show, so that'd be fun.
No, I mean, it's one of those ones we never really know, because I know Jay Burns is still trying to get a real-time match on the ground. So, but,
right.
But Max, is there any other sort of matches you want to random match in? But I think you're down for a few as well, maybe.
Yeah, we need to do more randoms on more bad movies because that's my specialty.
Agreed.
I think bad movies are incredibly underappreciated. Yet they're great material for trivia matches. I'm gonna have to think of a few.
But yeah, that definitely was a match. Next week we've got a SpongeBob match, which is Hunter Chambers versus his brother versus Caleb Boatman. So it's definitely going to be an interesting match to watch out for. But Ethan, we can be for you online.
Thank you, sir.
And
I'm sorry. What did you say? Where can you find me online? Or?
We can people find you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I misheard you. I don't have a Twitter or anything. But I compete in Full Metal Classic sometimes, and I've just been around the group, so you can just watch me there.
And Max, where can people find you online?
Well, you can find me on Facebook. It's my name, Letterboxd, Twitter. On Letterboxd, I just dropped a review of the terrific film Wish Upon, and you can find me in my sort of messy writing, triggering people or agreeing with people. I don't know, whichever way you want it.
And you can find me at all the usual places on Take 3 Productions, hosting Rankum, hosting Formula Random and Formula Trivia, and competing all over the place. And I'm on Letterboxd, Stardust, and all at Melkor. But until next week, just stay random.